If you're a heat and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what is one of the biggest lies you need to know about referrals, and why does this matter? This is a super important question. I'm Scott Sylvan. I'm coming to you live from the Delta on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you, my friend. So here is what you need to know. There is going to be a point where you sit down with a buyer and they are going to give you some iteration of this lie. There's no nice way to explain it. What this is this is a flat out lie, okay? And here is the lie. If you do business with me today, I am going to bring you tons of business. Tons, right? The emphasis on za. They're going to say, I'm going to bring you tons of business. Like, I will promote you, right? If you do this thing for me, I will promote you. And if you've been in sales longer than 6 months, you've probably heard this once or twice already. If you've been in sales for a long time, you've heard this multiple times. Like, I remember when I was a heating and air conditioning tech and a heating and air sales dude, that people would tell me like, Scott, Scott, I have tons of rental properties. I have tons of contacts. I have tons of money. And if you do this deal right with me, then guess what? You are going to get all of my business. And like, in my brain, I'm like, I've heard this before, and it's never panned out, right? So there are ways, there are professional ways for you to address this and say, hey, like, look, at the end of the day, not going to happen, right? So what you need to know is right above my head, right here, there is a link, a URL for you to go to sign up for my email list, which you'll love. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. So this is the way that you deal with, the person who's saying, I'm going to bring you tons of business. I have a lot of deals for you in the future if we can make a deal happen, okay? So the best answer that I have found is like, okay, so here's the thing. We're at the beginning of a relationship, and the way that I work at the beginning of a relationship is I will make an arrangement with you. I will do something awesome for you, but all of the next subsequent deals, are the ones that you're gonna get the bigger discounts on, and they're gonna increase as the volume goes down, right? Because we know that like as there's a rat in a maze, and this is the way that buyers are sometimes as they're making decisions. I'm not knocking it. I'm just like giving you a visual representation. They start looking for ways to minimize their investment. And I understand that, right? Like everybody wants to get a good deal in whatever that deal is in their head. And they've got to get this figured out. So for you, you have to know that the dude, the chick, the person who's coming to you and saying, hey, I really want you to make me a special deal. Like, you can call them out and go, let me get this straight. So what you're asking me is you want me to front load this deal, and then you want me to get you to pay me extra on the next ones? And they're gonna go, no, that sounds crazy. And then you could say, well, why would I do that? Why would I do that? You're telling me from the beginning of the relationship, you want me to take a whole bunch of stuff out of the relationship to get this relationship going? Like, I'm willing to give you a special, I'm willing to make an arrangement, but what I'm not willing to do, this is sales boundaries, this is business boundaries 101. What I'm not willing to do is X, Y, and Z, but what I am willing to do is 1, 2, 3, okay? So you can't just shut it down and be like, I'm shutting this down, roar, right? So you politely shut it down, like, I'm sorry, that's not something that I do. What I am willing to do is, and then explain away what you're willing to do, right? But just know that like most sales interactions from business to consumer and even business to business have 3 volleys. They go back and forth 3 times, and then people are typically burned out unless you're dealing with a very, very skilled negotiator. You're like, Scott, where are you at? I am at the Grand Mansion, which is a fantastic place. But like, look at this. This is why I come out here and shoot video by the Delta. There's hardly ever anybody here. Like 3 cars have passed me in the last 40 minutes, okay? And then like, there's that pretty cool wedding venue. So just realize that no matter what you do, no matter what you sell, people are gonna come to you and say, hey, I want a super cool deal with the promise. I promise I'll come back and buy more from you. And chances are pretty good you'll never, ever see them again. Does it happen? Yes. But at the high rate that you think that it's gonna happen? No. You, my friend, need better business boundaries. You need the ability to tell somebody no politely. No, I'm sorry, we don't do this, but here is what I'm willing to do. Like, that's the magic, that's the word track. That's the sales track you need to know. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here, just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. Or, if this is social media, hit follow, or cool enough, you can share this video with a friend and tag them. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.